I gotta do my hair. My hair was all the way down to my butt. I used to sit on it, but it became a little too much to handle. I had no body and trying to put layers in it and stuff, it just didn't help, so I just cut it off. The thing about this is it's not round, it's like kind of oval, so trying to get like bevels in the hair, it doesn't do a great job. I want to get one that's exactly round, but the ones that are round, they're so expensive. So if anybody wants to buy me one, hey, no sir. But to get the bevel in my hair, I just use the flat iron to get the bevel. See, it bevels it real nice. And the last time I did my hair, I let it air dry and used the Wavy Tech brush. My hair was not soft at all. Like you can see when I blow dry, it's so soft and movable. But when I use the Wavy Tech, I don't know, my hair doesn't feel as soft. And make sure the roots are nice and straight. Like growing up, I had pin straight hair. I mean, I wash it and it dries the same way, pin straight. But since I started dyeing it when I was 14, I was in cosmetology school. Through my high school, it was a vocational school. And my teacher teaching dyeing hair would use the dolls and stuff, but sometimes she wanted to use a person because it's better. And it's easier to see through a normal person's head, the texture and stuff. So I was her guinea pig. So my hair was red. It was fucking blonde. I had red or blonde highlights. The only color I've never used is black. I refused. It's so hard to get out. Even if you don't use box dye, because box dye black, you don't want that. Go to Sally's, get the black hair dye with the developer, and do it that way. That black is easier to get out than box dye. I stopped using box. I'm a hairdresser, so I used to use box dye before I got my license. And from time to time I still use the box dye just for quick, and I've never had issues because I know what color to get and what all that. So when my mom wanted her hair dyed and she used to buy the box dye, I told her which one to buy so the hair color could come out the way she wants it. But mainly I use Wella hair dyes, WELLA, and then use my own developer. And when you do it that way, you can manipulate what developer to use. Do you want to go all to that color, so you use 30-40, or do you want to use you want the color not to come out so potent, so you'll use 10-20, 10 developer or 20 developer, just to get some color down. You don't want it to go all the way down. I use 40 because I want mine as light as possible. I was using 8N, and my hair was darker than this, a little darker. And I wanted a little lighter, but I didn't want too much lighter because I liked the way the color was. But I did want to go slight lighter, so I went to 7N. Like, people were like, why not go to like 3N, 4N? No, I didn't want to go that far down. I wanted still same color, just a little brighter. So I got this golden hair that I absolutely loved. So, got any questions about hair, let me know. I hope as much as possible. Oh, that's hot. My hair's hot.
Situation happened, obviously, because this was kind of going everywhere. I was like,
I saw this happening, like someone stitched it and was going the fuck off, so I immediately scrolled because I like don't care.
Yeah.
But then you told me like there's this couple, their name's Matt and Abby, and I was like, wait, that's what that person was talking about.
Yep.
So basically they went on a cruise, and they're a very strange family. I'm gonna say that because every little thing they do, they either film it for TikTok or they do an IG story and give a breakdown of their every little detail that they do with their children, which is already a recipe for disaster. And a lot of that has to do with what Manny was talking about earlier with them rage baiting. They do things to rage bait, like they. And if you guys don't know what that is when you purposefully post things that would cause a rise out of people or piss people off to get attention. Mm-hmm. It's called rage baiting.
And comments and shares, like you
can get attention. Manny's definitely showed me a lot of things. They definitely do rage baiting, so you have to take what they do with a grain of salt. So for instance, the big one is on this one, the cruise ship, the kids were fussy in the daycare center. It wasn't working out, so they were having to watch the kids the whole cruise, and they weren't having a great time.
Yep. They have a 1 and 2 year old.
Also, you don't ever have to let the internet know that. But see, this is the stuff they do. They love it. They love it.
Like, I feel like it's a little,
it's hot.
Airy, where it's like you're airing out, like all
airing out
your kids. Airing out your damn kids.
God.
They're typing like the kids were.
I'm watching
couldn't do it.
Like paragraphs.
I was like,
what's that called? Full Coverage Podcast with Laura Lee and Manu MUA. Two of my favorite YouTubers.
They have 2 rooms on this cruise. They have a 1-year-old and a 2-year-old, so they put the kids, I believe, in separate rooms.
That's what I talked to them.
That's what I gathered.
That's what I got it as well.
The 1-year-old got a room. The 2-year-old got a room. They put baby monitors. They FaceTime the baby monitors because the internet's not good. So they were able to get on the Wi-Fi and like FaceTime it at dinner. And they left the kids and the babies in the room by themselves while they FaceTimed the monitors, and they went to dinner on the cruise. However, they were also saying they were on the cruise with a lot of family members, so it was kind of like weird that like not one person was willing to watch the children. And so that alone caused just like chaos. Pandemonium.
Like it got so big, like where everyone was talking about, because it's like, why are you gonna leave a 1 and 2 year old by themselves?
I hate this lighting.
Cruise ship,
I have a new vanity.
like post like their bedtime.
I'm wondering if I should just move my shit over there, because this lighting sucks.
Okay, this gay man over here who's single is telling you it's crazy.
No,
Crazy.
Then it's
I'm not moving.
crazy.
I'll deal with the
You don't
fucking
even-
lighting.
You don't even like kids, and he's telling y'all it's crazy. Now what
So
the
you
hell
know,
are y'all doing with
it's
two?
With 2. But the thing is that's also more gaggy is the fact that it's a 1 and 2 year old.
I know they're like babies.
Babies. Like you're not leaving 8-year-olds.
Exactly. 8-year-olds fuck that kid. You're like on your own the whole cruise, and I don't want to hear from you until we board. Yeah. You're in the kid zone.
Don't even look at me.
Get out of here.
But the fact that they're 1 and 2, they really can't even do anything.
I
They
mean,
can't
just
by
like
themselves.
truly a baby.
Like babies, and they were just monitoring them from the thing. And the gag of it all, she posted this. Abby posted that.
Okay, so that
biggest gag of all.
this gag of all. They over and over too. No one in the world has to know they did this. No one on earth has to. Okay, they willingly tell everyone in detail what they did, how they're doing it, and why they're doing it. That is rage bait. It's rage bait. They did it on purpose,
I agree.
100%.
I honestly truly think that they do that stuff on purpose to get like a rise out of people, or to get them to really kind of like engage with what they're saying, because a lot of people are not going to agree with what they're doing. Some people I guess will, who knows. But like they're doing it for the sake of getting attention.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because obviously their kids are the ones that are getting them the attention.
So like that's like the craziest thing ever.
I'm
to
so
ever
excited.
post,
2
in
weeks
my
till
opinion. Like,
preseason starts.
it's crazy to do it, but then
Well, at
to,
least
like,
the,
willingly,
and
like,
the
no one
WNBA
has
has kept me
no one has
very
They
entertained.
loved it. They love this shit. They do it on purpose. I don't think they knew how big this one was gonna blow up, but they deserve it. They deserve it. They deserve
Honestly,
this shit.
I feel like because they made a video like kind of like talking about the situation.
Which I'm sure they loved, though. Think
Well,
about it.
Oh, absolutely. The fact
You
that
know,
they
they're
have to
like,
address it,
yes,
they're like,
because they know it's gonna get views, and they did all this on purpose. Come on.
Especially like that's why I feel like a lot of times like the Family Channel stuff is so weird to me, because it's like them two combined to be like, how are we gonna get like us and the kids views? Like there's something weird about it.
Yeah.
Like I just can't. But they made a video. They were like, no, you guys misunderstood what we were saying. There was someone watching them the whole time. That's all you said.
Wait, so now they're saying there was someone watching?
Yes.
That's a lot.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like,
Because wow.
they weren't left alone, but you said they were left alone.
Oh my God, they're wild.
Like, I'm like they're almost like backtracking on that sentiment. They're like you.
Let me pause the podcast. This is the hottest blow dryer. I have another one of these. The first one that ever came out. I have imitation ones, and then I have one that I got from Compost from Ipsy. None of them get as hot as this one. And that's why it only takes 2 seconds to get my hair nice and soft. Touches my ear. that had that shit touching my
No, you never.
But you
You
did.
did. From what you said. This isn't like us saying like you did it because someone saw you
Imagine
doing
getting
it.
caught
You
up
posted it.
because you posted, like, you willingly posted what you did. Like, that's wild to me. The rage bait, it got them. It finally
I think
did
it's like
full
when you
circle.
overshare like that too, to that degree, where it's like every waking moment is a share about something that's happening. I think that's really where the issue lies, is not having a little bit of sanctity for yourself.
I think a good rule of thumb, and they know this, and this is why they post all this stupid shit that they do, is like, if you don't want like millions, thousands, millions of people's opinions or
On
thoughts
something.
on it, you simply don't talk about it. And that's what goes for us on podcasting and anything. Like, if you don't want it in the internet's business, it's as simple as not bringing it up. And so for me, I'm like, they clearly love this
They want
shit.
it.
They love it.
Well, also because like
It's
obviously
demented,
from their viral clips,
Yeah.
for like bad takes
Yeah.
from their podcast,
Podcasts, they've
they
learned.
clearly.
And it's almost like the takes are so bad, it's like obviously rage bait.
That's what I think.
Yeah.
That I feel like they're fully rage baiting because of how intense the takes are, or then like the Father's Day thing with the birthday thing, that was like a whole situation, and I can't remember other ones, but there have been other ones that were like really cringe, and I had no idea it was them this whole time.
Right.
And I'm like, oh my god, it's them.
So you just can't trust them.
I mean,
Also,
I don't trust nobody.
why are people going on cruises? Let's talk about that. I think that's the real issue. The fact that people are still going on cruises
problem.
is crazy to me.
Like,
I think my problem is I went on like some Carnival cruises and they got me.
yep, 100%.
If you're not a people-y person, a cruise is not for you. I'm gonna say that. It's like
100%.
Disneyland on water. They even have Disney
They have
cruises.
Disney Cruise for a reason.
Girl. But I think I did like some Carnival. I did two. I've done,
How many cruises have you ever done?
I think two.
I've only done one.
I think I've done two. One was with you, and one was with Ty's family. And neither of them, it was great, but neither of them was I need to do this again. You know what I mean? We got to get on the one. There are families who are like cruise families.
Absolutely.
It's it.
And people grow
But
up on doing cruises.
Tyler did. But you have to be people person.
Yeah,
Like you have
yeah.
to love, because it's like, you know, a lot
The
of people all the
camaraderie.
time. Yes. You
I
have
feel
to be
like-
a person.
These Walmart deodorants will leave you slimy and gross. That's why we made this. Just look at the difference between the armpit where I was wearing a Walmart deodorant and the armpit where I was wearing carpet. A lot of deodorants.
If I ever did a cruise again, it would have to be like
Royal
gay
Caribbean.
Cruise.
Oh,
Royal Caribbean. That's like the nice one, right?
yeah.
Yeah, it would have to be like a gay Royal Caribbean in like Mykonos. It would need to be something that was like so outlandishly completely different than like going to Catalina.
Our friend Val did the Virgin
Oh,
Cruise
yeah.
in Europe, and it looks really
It was
nice.
beautiful.
It
And
does
Virgin
look
looks like a
beautiful.
gorgeous like ship.
It looked really nice.
I think the part that's just hard is like the idea of being on a ship for that long too. I get like a little claustrophobia.
I don't get claustrophobia, but I get seasick, so I have to take Dramamine every single day. And then,
The motion when you're sleeping is also crazy.
it is, but that's because we had rooms down at the bottom. I think if you get the rich rooms, there's not as much. Don't quote me on that. I've
What else?
never stayed not in the bottom of the ship. Maybe that's my cruise problem too. I've always gotten the cheapest room there is to get.
That could be
I did
different.
3 cruises. One time, we did one for spring break, and we drove 10 hours to Miami for the poor, and we ran out of money.
Oh my
Because-
god.
yeah, do you
I remember
remember?
you told me, yes.
We went with Ty's roommate in college, and we had no money, but we had scrounged up enough. We were borrowing someone's grandma's car to get us there. We were staying at someone's uncle's house halfway. Like, it was just chaos. We shouldn't have been going. We were way too broke. So we got clearly the cheapest room you could get on that ship, okay? And I remember whenever we were going, we went from the top of Alabama all the way through Florida to get to Miami, and we didn't know that there's that many toll roads. We didn't know.
Oh yeah.
We did not account for the toll roads, so we ran out of money, and we were like finding pennies and everything to pay these people to let us through. It was crazy.
And
That.
at least the cruise is like an all you can eat.
I remember we went somewhere. Where's somewhere in Mexico starts with an E where they do empanada?
Ensenada.
Ensenada. Empanada's the food. It's
That's the food.
delicious.
Mhm.
I remember that I was in the street, and like anywhere you buy any little tchotchke trinket, they'll pull out a bottle of tequila and give you a shot if you buy anything.
No way.
Yes.
I've actually never witnessed that.
Mm-hmm.
I've never seen
Me
that
either,
before.
because I've been to Mexico 100 times. They
Yeah,
ain't never done that
not
with me
there.
again, honey.
You're like,
But out there in those streets, I was probably like 20, 21.
oh, and you were gone
You
with
can
the
drink
wind.
it. Honey,
Baby.
let me tell you
Every shot
something. Every time a man will pull out a shot glass from underneath the table like this, I'd be like, I was blacked out by the time I got back to that shit, girl.
But see, also, you know, that's what like is like also the fun about cruises, like getting to experience a bunch of different things
At once.
and like in one go. It's like five, like say you go on a 5-6 day cruise and you're hitting 5 different cities in like Europe. Then it's like okay, that's really cool. I feel like that makes it like a different experience rather than it being like somewhere like local. It's kind of like it doesn't make it as cool to me.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna get off here. Nobody's coming to
These,
watch.
like crazy things. That seems like more cool to me.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll come back on.
Lux, nice experience. I can see myself doing something like that, like I was saying, like a gay cruise or like a really like a Lux cruise.
If you watch this, please
Like,
consider
not
a follow.
The big ships that are like that intense. Like,
If you're on YouTube, please consider
And I remember the all you can eat
liking,
buffet
subscribe,
on Carnival. Like, you
and
just-
commenting on my channel. If you don't know what to comment, please put algorithm. It helps my channel grow, and it'd be fantastic.
Yes, all you
Thank
can eat
you.
buffets.
Bye.
It's like frozen French fries heated up, but